Hi students, good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to online class. Today our topic is export oriented units. Export oriented units EOUS. Friends, earlier we completed two topics from our fourth unit. The first topic is definition, characteristics and role of MSMEs. Second topic is relationship between MSMEs. Hope all of you entered into running notes. Now, third topic from our fourth unit is export oriented units. The name indicates export. Export oriented units majorly focus on exporting goods and services to other countries. So, EXIM policy, export and import policy. Imports indicates importing goods and services from other countries. Export indicates exporting goods and services to other countries, means transfer goods and services to other countries. This topic majorly focus on regarding to export activities. Export oriented units are units undertaking to export their entire production of goods. Here total export oriented units are majorly focus on production of goods and services transferred to other countries. Here export oriented units can engage in manufacturing, services, development of software, repair, remaking, reconditioning, re-engineering, including making of gold, silver, platinum, jewelry and articles. These are the major units are in our India exporting goods like software, repairs, remaking, reconditioning, re-engineering. These all are the major export oriented units are in India. Now here there are the best examples. Major sectors export oriented units in India. Export oriented unit scheme introduced in early 1981 is complementary to Special Economic Zone scheme. In India, export oriented scheme is introduced in the year of 1981. So here Special Economic Zone, all of you very well know Special Economic Zone. There are the different Special Economic Zones established in India. In our Andhra Pradesh, Special Economic Zone is in Visakhapatnam. Already we discussed in the business environment subject. Here export oriented units and special economic zones are major country revenue systems. Major country contributing revenue or contributing profits to the country or states. Yes, there are the best economic oriented units in India. The first one is the granite, second one is the textiles or garments, food processing, chemicals, computer software, pharma, jewelry, electrical and electronics and aqua. These are the best export oriented units of India. These are the major sectors, these are the major schemes to generating country economy, to generating country revenue, to generating country profits. Yes, this is a simple examples or simple introduction regarding to export oriented units. Next, coming to objectives. What are the major objectives of export oriented units? Why government to introducing export oriented unit scheme? What is the major purpose? What is the major theme? What is the aim of export oriented units? ఈ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ యూనిట్స్ అనేది మన ఇండియన్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఇంట్రొడ్యూస్ చేయడానికి పర్టికులర్ పర్పస్ ఉందండి, పర్టికులర్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. అవి ఏంటంటే మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం. ఎస్, ఆబ్వియస్లీ ద ఫస్ట్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఈజ్ to increasing exports. The name indicates exported oriented units are increasing export services, transfer goods and services to other country. Export here according to EXIM policy, increasing exports means increasing country revenue, increasing country profits. మనం ఏరే కంట్రీకి గూడ్స్ అండ్ సర్వీసెస్ని ఏరే కంట్రీకి మనం ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తామంటే ఏరే కంట్రీ నుంచి మనకి ఇన్కమ్ అనేది తీసుకున్నాం, ఏరే కంట్రీ నుంచి అమౌంట్ అనేది మనం రిసీవ్ చేసుకున్నాం. కాబట్టి సో వన్ ఆఫ్ ద మేజర్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఈజ్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్ ద కంట్రీ రెవెన్యూ, ఇంక్రీజింగ్ ద కంట్రీ ప్రాఫిట్స్. దట్ ఈస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఆబ్జెక్టివ్స్ ఆఫ్ export oriented units. Next one, transform latest technologies. Whatever the latest technology developed in India, either technology, either IT sector or non-IT sector, whatever it may be, the major theme is development of new technology, development of updated technology that can be transferred to other countries. That is another objective of EOUS. Next, to generate additional employment, as obviously to generating additional job opportunities to Indian country, to generating additional employment opportunity to the Indian citizens. That is another objective of EOUS. Indian government to encourage export oriented units, increasing number of export oriented units. That means we can creating additional employment opportunity to the Indians. Next, free to select the location of project. Next one is stimulate direct foreign investment. Next, FDI, foreign direct investment. We can encouraging, we can supporting, we can attracting the FDIs. That is one of the reason of export oriented units. Next one, earn foreign exchange to the country. This is also one of the objectives. These are the major objectives of to establishment, to generating, to increasing export oriented units. Next, what is the time period? What is the bonding period of export oriented units? What is the time limit? What is the time period? According to exported oriented scheme 1981, as per EXIM policy, the period of bonding is initially for 5 years, which is extend to another 5 years by development of commissioner. However, on request of exported oriented units, the time period can also to be extended for another 5 years by the commissioner or chief commissioner of the customs. So finally establishment now in the suppose మనం ఈ ఇయర్ ఒక ఎక్స్పోర్టెడ్ వారంటీ యూనిట్స్ని మనం ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ స్టార్ట్ చేసామంటే మనకి 15 years వారంటీ ఉంటుందండి. 15 years మనకు టైం పీరియడ్ ఉంటుందన్నమాట. సో ఫస్ట్ టైం పీరియడ్ ఈజ్ ద 5 years. నెక్స్ట్ ఆన్ రిక్వెస్ట్ టు ద కమిషనర్ వీ కెన్ ఎక్స్టెండ్ టు అనదర్ 5 years. 5 + 5 10 years. On special request to Commissioner of Customs or Commissioner of Development, Chief Commissioner, we can extend to another 5 years. Totally bonding period of the export oriented units in India is the totally 15 years. ఇది ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే రెవెన్యూ సిస్టమ్ అండి, రెన్యువల్ సిస్టమ్. మనం ఫస్ట్ ఇప్పుడు 2020లో ఒక ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ యూనిట్స్ని స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే 2025 వరకు మనకు పర్మిషన్ ఉంటుంది. On the special request to commissioner, we can extend to the another 5 years, means 2030. On a special request to the commissioner of the customs, chief commissioner of the customs, we can extend to the another 5 years, totally 15 years. అంటే మనం 2020లో ఒక ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ యూనిట్స్ని స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే మనకి 2035 వరకు ఎలిజిబిలిటీ ఉంటుందండి. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఏ సింపుల్ స్టోరీ అబౌట్ ఎక్స్పోర్టెడ్ ఓరియంటెడ్ యూనిట్స్. సో సింప్లీ నేను మీకు చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ యూనిట్స్ మేజర్లీ ఫోకస్ ఆన్ exporting goods and services to other countries. Majorly these type of units are focused on producing number of goods and services and transfer to the other countries. Export oriented units is one of the part of the EXIM policy. ఈ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ యూనిట్స్ అనేవి మనకి ఎగ్జిమ్ పాలసీలో ఒక పార్ట్ అన్నమాట. ఆల్రెడీ మనం ఎగ్జిమ్ పాలసీ గురించి క్లియర్గా డిస్కస్ చేసాం. ఇయర్ వీఆర్ కంప్లీట్లీ ఫోకస్ ఆన్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ గూడ్స్ అండ్ సర్వీసెస్ టు అదర్ కంట్రీస్. ఓకే, మీకు అర్థమైంది అనుకున్నానండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. బై.